Okay, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here on a beautiful day in Efrat, Baruch Hashem, in Shira David. Best place to be. I believe that. The best place to be. Baruch Hashem, we're so lucky. And Baruch Hashem, we're going to continue learning with Siyata D'Shmaya, Likutey Halachos Halachos Tefillin, Halacha Hey, and we're in the middle of the letter Yud Aleph. So we're learning all these new concepts about the parts of the Tefillin, the Mabaratus and the Ritzua, right? The Mabaratus, we said, is the little passageway that the Ritzua goes through, the little tunnel. That's in the back of the Tefillin, right? And we made the connection of Me'eva Yabaik, right? Yaakov Avinu went over the Yabaik. Remember, he went over the Yabaik, right? So we said Yabaik is a very interesting word because you can make from the word Yabaik, you can make Bucky, right? You know that, Sasha? Mm-hmm. You can take the word Yabaik and make Bucky. What's a Bucky? A professional, an expert. That's a Bucky. Right?
We have a Bucky in our show, you know.
A Bucky, yeah, okay.
It's his name. It's just interesting.
You have a what?
There's a guy named, he calls himself Bucky.
His name is Bucky? Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully he is a Bucky. Okay, good. No. So the word, right. So we said that Bucky is also the gematria of 112. 112. What's the significance of 112? 112 is the three shemus of Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei, Ekia, and Adnus. Right? So if you take Adnus, Yud Kei Vav Kei, and Ekia, and you add them up, you get 112. What was the significance of the 112? And we said that you have in the Olam Atzilus, the highest world, that's where all the Chesed comes from. The Chesed runs through the world of Atzilus and brings it down through those three shemas. That's in the word in Bucky, Yabaik. Okay. Now we also said that Bucky is also Yabak is also the gematria of Yud Kei Vav Kei and Elikim. You see this, Sasha? Yud Kei Vav Kei and Elikim is also 112. Right? Isn't that beautiful? We're learning some interesting things here, right? What's the significance of the 112 and the Yud Kei Vav Kei and Elikim? So we said that you have the right side that the Ritzua goes out is the Chesed, the left side is the Gvura. So here you have it in your Tefillin, you have the Chesed and the Gvura. We're trying to always draw from the Chesed, right? So let's see. So we're middle over here now, and we'll say V'zeh Bechinas Mabaratus. And this is the aspect of the Mabaratus, this tunnel, this passageway that we have that the Ritzua, the strap, can go through. And we said Ritzua, Sasha, one more thing. We said Ritzua is 370, okay? And then we learned a very beautiful concept that anytime you see and you hear a reference of when it says the Or HaPanim, you see that a lot, right? The Or HaPanim. So Or HaPanim is referring to the Shin Ayin Oyros that are in the upper world, 370 lights. Again, whatever that means, okay? But Ritzua equals 370, so through your Tefillin, you could tap into the 370 spiritual lights. Amazing. There are 370 spiritual lights, spiritual holy things of light, and Ritzua is what's going to help you. Your Tefillin can do that. We also said that the Ritzua is long, right? To teach me Erech HaPayim, right? I have to always take a deep breath, and I look at the length of the Ritzua. It's long. And it reminds me every time to take every situation in life, assess it. Don't just jump at it. Don't jump at it. Take a deep breath. Assess the situation, and then deal with the situation. You'll deal with it in a totally different way, right? It's true, right? Anytime you think something through, you have a much better chance of being successful at it than if you just jump at the impulse. Is that the right thing to say? The impulse, right? Person has an impulse, so don't entertain the impulse. Take that deep breath and then work it through. Okay, so all this we're learning from Tefillin. Is this amazing?
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought that you have a long strap? It teaches me how to deal with life and how to take a deep breath and to assess different things, huh? You ever think of that?
Take the long view.
Take the long view. See that? Oh, we're learning it today in memory of Rav David's father,
Michiel ben Leib.
Michiel ben Leib. The neshama should have an aliyah. Should be with Tzor B'Tzor Achayim. Oh, with all. Wow, Baruch Hashem. Rav David is. Well, Baruch Hashem. Okay.
Now we're talking about the head feeling, right?
The head tefillin, and we're also no. We're talking about the other one also because they both have a mabarta. The Rosh and the Yad have a mabarta. They have that little passageway in the back that the Ritzua goes through.
So the Ritzua on both of them represents.
Yeah. We're gonna see. We're gonna work through it. Now we're learning about the mabarta. So you have the mabarta on both of them, right? You have the mabarta, this passageway on the Yad. And that's how you tie it onto your arm. And then you have the mabarta on the rosh, and that's how you put the tefillin on your head, right? That's where the ritzua goes. If you didn't have that, you couldn't touch the ritzuas to it. Maybe you have to staple it on or something, but that wouldn't work out.
Staple on your head.
I don't know. I don't know. No, I mean, no. We take it. We're learning. What's so beautiful is we're learning the way we look at our tefillin, we take it for granted. This is the way it is. So now we're learning that each part of the tefillin is so special, right? Each part of the tefillin, something represents something else. And it's not just, ordinary that it was made like this. Everything, there's beauty in each part. So now we're talking about the Mabaratus, Zeh Bechinas Mabaratus, Shu Bechinas Ma'avar Yabok. We said when Yaakov Avinu crossed over the Yabok, unbelievable, the Yabok. And Yossi told us yesterday that the Yabok is really the river by the Jordan, by Jordan, and Jordan, right? He was telling us this whole thing yesterday. Unbelievable that even today this Yabok is very big, right? This is the Yabok is really running in. It really runs into the Kinneret. But Israel said to the Jordanians that we want to have some shalom with you, so you can keep the Yabok and we can put a dam on it because we make our own water. Unbelievable. It's even here today. The Yabok, isn't it amazing? Mamash, I think it's in Yana the Yoma. They're dealing with it today. Unreal. Anyway, Ki Yabok who is Bucky. Like we said, the Yabok is the same letters as the word Bucky, right? Yabok. Yabok is a Yud Beis Kuf, and Bucky is Beis Kuf Yud. So you just scramble the letters, and you'll have the word Bucky. Bucky berotzi, Bucky b'shav. We have to be the expert to know how to come close to Hashem, how to come back. We always have to remember that. Right? We're just reviewing a little bit, right? We have to know when things are going good and we're close to our Kadosh Baruch Hu, we have to remember Hashem always. Always remember Hashem during the day. And then when things are not going so good, you're having the Yerida, you're coming back, you're having that Yerida, just remember that Hashem is there with you as well. Hashem is always with you. You have to just remember that. Rabbeinu Zal, as Rabbeinu Zal ba'atzmai, shebechinas Bucky, hu bechinas Yabok. He said that this idea of Yabok, Bucky is Yabok, is the same idea of the water. Ayin sham b'ois b'soif. Okay, he says, Navigam Yabok b'gematria Havaya Nelikim. That's what I just mentioned before, right? Yabok is 112. Yudke Vavke is 26, right? And Elikim is 86. Take 86 and 112, and 26 you get 112.
So I'm missing a connection to what? Because is Yabok the water?
Water, yeah.
It's water, and it was that river or whatever was flowing.
Yeah, it's still there now. You can go see it, right? Yes, he told us that yesterday. Yeah.
And that's, why did they mention that here?
No, the Zayah brings down that this idea, this Mavar Yabok, is connected to Tefillin. The Zayah says that. Okay. So Rabbi Nachman is helping us understand, and Rabbi Nasser is bringing it down really to help us really how it reflects to our Tefillin. What is it? So the word Yabok is a very special word that we learn, right? This word Yabok. Because you can just read it in the Torah, it says to talk about the Yabok, right? But it's each word, even each name in the Torah. Look at this; it's just the name of a water, and look what you can learn from it.
It might be from Gan Eden, actually. I know we don't know that.
No, but again, it's a name, even a name. Look what we're drawing out of a name in the Torah. Amazing, right? This name equals is 112. So it's not just stam that it's 112. Like we said, it's Yud Kei Vav Kei, Ekia, and Adnus, right? All three of those together makes 112, right? And that's the Olam Atzilus and the Chesed that goes through it. Okay, whatever. And then we said just now is Bucky is also Yud Kei Vav Kei, and Elikim 86 and 26 is 112. Okay. V'chinas b'Hashem ahalal b'Elikim ahalal. Whether things are going good and I see the chesed in my life, and I praise Hashem because I see the chesed, right? Like we said over here, ahalal b'Hashem ahalal. I'll praise Hashem. Yud Kei Vav Kei, which is the shame of chesed, kindness, mercy, right? I'll praise Hashem. But be'Elikim ahalal, I'll also praise Hashem when things are not seemingly so good. I'll still realize it's only from you, Hashem, that this is coming to me. Whatever this situation is, I realize it's you, Hashem. You always have to recognize the Rabbeinu Shalom in life. Hainu. Reb Nosson says, what does it mean, Hainu? Shebein midas harachma, bein midas hadin, bein betuvay, bein ba'aku. It doesn't matter what's going on. Always praise the Rabbeinu Shalom. Why? Because again, if you can praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu when things are not going good, but you recognize it's from Hashem, that He's only doing this thing, He's giving you the Nisayan, like we learned yesterday. He's only giving us this Nisayan, this test to help me. So now I can deal with the situation a lot better. If I recognize that Hashem is only sending me the situation because He's trying to help me, right? Mm-hmm. Bein ba'aliyah, bein b'yerida. Whether things are going well and you're flying high, or b'yerida, or you're low, down in the dumps, it doesn't make a difference. Tamid tzrichin la'avay, that's Hashem Yisbarach. We always have to serve the Rebbeinu Shalom. We said that Hashem only gives us the Nisayim. He gives us the test. He gives us the challenge. He gives us the obstacle. Why? To see if we'll still serve Him. He wants to see if we're still going to serve Him.
Would it be weird to think that we could be just as happy with Yerida as we are about
David HaMelech was. He praised God equally. He praised God equally, whether things were peachy and great or things were a little bit more sour like lemons. It didn't matter. He always praised the Rabbeinu Shalom. When life gives you lemons, David HaMelech said, "What? I'll make lemonade." Right?
Is that where that came from?
I guess so.
Okay.
Right? Make lemonade. It's delicious, right? Right? That's what it is. Looking at life in a positive way.
Positive way. Everything
right?
about it.
One guy gets a box of oranges. The other guy gets a box of lemons. Right? So the guy that gets a box of oranges, great, right? He likes them, right? They're tasty, right? The other guy gets the lemons. So he figures, oh, wow, how come he got oranges, I got lemons? Well, I'll make lemonade.
Yeah.
Praise Hashem. It doesn't matter. And we're using a silly example, but that's the way life is, right? Right? This guy got these kind of kids. He got this kind of house. He got this kind of job. He got this kind of wife. Right? Whatever it is, the same. It's all the same thing. Right? It's all the same thing. What?
No, this morning I was smiling and laughing, looking in the mirror, and I said, "Thank you for this belly, Hashem."
Okay.
Because I want to reduce it.
Okay.
Thank you for giving it to me. The other day I said, help me with my eating. So what he gives me a day where I eat everything I can find, so I can thank him about my belly in the morning.
Okay. Okay, cute. Okay.
I mean, it sounds silly, but it's like,
everybody. Okay.
no.
We have to serve the Rebbeinu Shalom. Ulaharich ruchai, and we always have to take that deep breath. That's what it is. Take a deep breath. Take a second. Take an extra second. Be marich that second. We learn about the time segments, right? Lengthen it. Take your time. Take it easy. Take a deep breath. Leval yipol v'la yiga v'la yizbatel mitishukosai, right? La Hashem yizbarach mishum davar shebalam. Never disconnect yourself from that connection that you have with the Rebbeinu, from that chukah that you have. When a person has that connection that he wants to be mamish with the Rebbeinu, always feel that connection, no matter what the situation is, and that's how you can truly, truly be successful. You're truly successful when you can be close to Hashem, no matter what is going on. No matter what is going on. Because why? If you constantly show HaKadosh Baruch Hu that, look, it doesn't matter if you take me down this road or you take me down this road. So then Hashem says, look, I see you're trustworthy. Like he said with Moshe Rabbeinu, right? It was Neman Basi, right? Moshe Rabbeinu was Neman Basi, right? He got a trustworthy status. Moshe Rabbeinu got a trustworthy status by Hashem. Pretty good, right?
Yeah. I would suggest that it's not only in times when we're going to respond immediately to something and maybe be angry, but also just everything is so fast in life. We need to slow down.
In general.
Everything slow down.
Think about everything.
Everything.
Take a deep breath and think about each thing. Think about what you're about to do now. Think about why should I do this. Think things through. Don't act on impulse. That's really what the lesson's all about. Don't act on impulse. Think before you do anything. Think. Take a deep breath. Be marach. And then, hey, you learn that from the ritzua, the strap. Right. Remember, the straps are long. You have to wind them. They're long. It takes time to wind them, right? They're long. So you take your time in life. Remember that. When you're winding your tefillin, remember, this is reminding me I got to take my time and I have to think things all through. All right? And then Avachol Zeh, Zoichen al Yedei HaTefillin. All of this you get through your tefillin. So beautiful, the tefillin, right? They're priceless, right? You could live your life in a more tranquil way. Right? People would pay anything for this, right? People they have such confusion in their life. They just want some tranquility, right? They'll take all kind of drugs and they'll take all kind of things because they're just trying to get this feeling. But you can get it with your tefillin. Isn't this amazing? Your tefillin.
Why do we stop wearing it all the day, every day then?
Because again, we said when you wear your tefillin, you're not supposed to have a hesach hadas,
okay.
Right? And then today, because the problem is we're not always in the right mind frame, so we're not supposed to wear the tefillin all day. Okay. But you can put your tefillin on during the day if you want. It's no problem.
Do you put on the blessing if you do put it on?
No, because you made the same way when you put on your Rabbeinu Tam tefillin, you don't make a blessing on them either. Because you made a blessing on the Rashi tefillin.
Oh, really?
You don't make a bracha on
You just put them on? And that's it?
Because when you put on the Rashi tefillin, you have in mind to put on the Rabbeinu Tam tefillin.
Okay.
So you can have in mind when you make a blessing, if you want to put them on during the day, it'll go on that.
Okay.
You can have that in mind. Okay? There's some problems with that too, because then you had a hesach or whatever. But either way, okay. So b'chinas arichas apayim shemarach ruchay al hakol. You have to be marach yeruchay al hakol. See what he says here? Al hakol. What does al hakol mean? On everything. Take a deep breath, like you said a moment ago. Think each thing through. Good, bad, whatever difficult situation, easy situation. It doesn't matter. Take your time. Think it through before you do something. It'll help, Mom. It'll help tremendously. It'll help tremendously. You have a client calls you up. You say, you know what? Let me think about that. I'll call you back in a few minutes. No one will be upset. No one will be upset. Right? Right? Think it through, rather than just say something. Why did I say that? Ever happen?
Yes, it has. Sure.
Why did I just say that?
What?
Yeah, why did I say that? Right? Yeah, right. So we're learning here that the tefillin, when you're wrapping your tefillin, they're long to remind you, take it easy. Take it easy. Because then how do you get to take it easy? Because we said the ritzua is 370. So you get the spiritual light. You tap into the spiritual light, the 370 lights from the ritzua, that it's long, gives you the erech hapayim through the ara panim. Okay, isn't it beautiful, right?
But you're not sure where the 370 lights are coming from. Is that what you said, or something like that, or?
I don't know how to. I can't define the 370 lights, but we know that there are shin ayin oiros that make up the ara panim. Okay, I can't define the 370 lights and tell you this is one light, this is two lights. Right. I don't know. I can't do that for you. I'm sorry, I'm not qualified. That's above my pay grade. Okay. All right. But you know that they're there. Again, but the point of this class is to have an awareness that when I'm wrapping my ritzuas, that I know there's much more to this strap that meets the eye that I can see. Mm-hmm. There's much more. The Mabaratus, the Yabik, and this. Oh wow! I know that. Wow, these tefillin is something special. This is something amazing. That's what we're supposed to take away from this, and really have that special, true appreciation for our tefillin. And if you take the lesson and to take that deep breath and to be marich ruchai all the time, to take that deep breath all the time, and learn to assess things, every situation, and not to act on the impulse. Wow, it's a tremendous accomplishment. That would be a tremendous. Shezeh bechinas haretzuos ha'arukos ha'oivrim me'amabarta. And that's the ritzua, that's long. Or aruch, right? It's aruch, it's long, lengthened, that goes through the Mabaratus, right? The soap, when he makes the tefillin, he has to pull the ritzua, the strap, through the Mabaratus, through that tunnel. He has to pull it through. So that takes time. Take your time. Isn't it so nice, Sasha? What do you think, huh? So beautiful, right? They're just so beautiful concepts. Otherwise, you wouldn't think about these things, right? And through this, through the ritzua that goes through the Mabaratus, teaches me I can go through the same way that little strap goes through that little space, that passage. I can go through any passages through in my life. I can go pass through anything, and I can be successful and make it to the other side. I can make it to the other side too. Al kol yisurim v'amaniyas v'abelbulim hanimshochem me'aritzua Abisha that we said yesterday, the ritzua Abisha. That's the din. That's the other side. That's the side that the Zohar brings down. Okay, so we take the ritzua, Abisha. I take the ritzua from the tefillin, and I use that to keep the ritzua, the din, in check. How do I keep it in check? I'm marich ruchai. I take my time. I assess this. Where is this situation coming from? I recognize it's coming from you, Hashem, and you're only sending me this situation to help me because you want me to be successful. And when you look at life that way, you can never lose. You could never ever lose. When you recognize that Hashem sent you the situation, and you only sent me the situation because you want me to be successful. Wow. Hashem, you want me to be, but you can only do that if you take that second to think it through and you didn't act on the impulse, okay?
Or if you take the second to recognize that everything that comes to you is from Hashem. I think
that's exactly what we just said.
I know, that's a big deal because I think that
this situation that I find myself in, this trying situation, I realize, Hashem, you put me in this situation. It wasn't my mother-in-law, it wasn't my father, it wasn't this, it wasn't him, it wasn't this, it's not the boss, it's not the government, it's not the tax department, it's you, Hashem. Right? Otherwise people get very upset, right? They get something in the mail, they get a text mail, they go, whoa, and then right away have to answer it back. Well, take it easy. Think it through. Hashem, why did this guy send me this? Right? This happens to us all day long, right? All day long. We have our customers and our client, whatever, and they tell us, what is it? It's not them. It's Hashem telling them what to say, and it's just to see how I'm going to deal with it. It's amazing.
Custom made.
Hashem custom makes every situation for us.
Or like your plane is late, or they stop the plane because of a mechanical reason, and say, oh my God, I have that meeting I'm supposed to get to. I got to find another airplane, and then you go yell at the people who are making tickets. I got to get it before everyone else so I can get to my place. I mean, patience.
Take it easy. I'll get there. I'll get there when you want me to get there. I'll get there when you want me to get there. You can call the people up that you're having the meeting with. Tell them, listen, I have a delay. What do you want me to do? You want me to cancel the trip? We'll make a trip another time? Why? The airport's they're not going to change anything. They're not going to change, you're on a commercial flight. They're not changing the flight because you have a meeting.
Right.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. Okay, so again, all this is nimshachim me ritzua bisha. Again, ritzua bisha. See the word ritzua bisha from the din, from the other side. So I take my ritzua from my tefillin and I combat the ritzua bisha with my ritzua from my tefillin that goes through the Mabaratus. Wow. Okay, v'nispatel hakol, and I can nullify all those situations. Again, recognizing it's from you, Hashem. You disguise, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is disguised in that situation. But when you reveal Hashem, wow, then it's great. You know, like when we play the game of hide go seek, right? The guy's hiding, right? And then when he comes out, wow, everyone's laughing and jumping. It's gewalt, it's great, right? Everyone's so happy, right? Is that right? Remember playing that game?
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's trying to find it. Once you find it, wow, everyone is so happy. Wow, you got me, he got it, he's happy. Wow, but that's Hashem. Hashem is playing the game of hide go seek. He's hiding in every situation. Reveal him, see the joy. Isn't that great? Really, all the things we have in this world, that we experience in this world, is just a mushal for the nimshal of what's going up on high. Everything is an example in this world of what's going up on high.
What do you mean it's going on up high?
On high, the same thing is going on, right? In the spiritual world. On high.
Is hiding there too?
No. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is running everything from up on high,
right.
And he's designing all of these things. So when we can find Hashem in the situation, we cause a great joy. And we can find salvation, we cause salvations in the next world as well. Yeah, everything. It's all. This world is just an example for really what's going on in the Olam Haemes. In the next world is called the Olam Haemes, right? That's the truthful world. Right? We're living in the world that's called the Olam HaSheker. Right? We're living in the world that's called the world of falsehood. We're in the world of falsehood. Everything we see is not exactly the way it is. Right? Everything we see is not the way it is. Right, Sasha, you take pictures and you do video, right? Is it always you could portray something, right? You could focus on something, right? But again, there's a lot more that you didn't get in the camera, right?
Always fake it.
Right?
The whole thing is fake.
Right, really, when they make a movie set, right? So when you ever see the guy takes the camera and he points it the other way? Wait, what'd you do? Wait a second, you gotta take a picture of this. That's really what life is. It's the same thing, okay? When it's spatul hakol, you can really nullify everything through erech hapayim, through taking it easy, taking that deep breath, recognizing it's from you, Hashem. You put me in this situation. It's you, Hashem. Find salvation in any situation you may find yourself in. All right? Be'ez Hashem. Okay, this is the bechinas vayavar Hashem al ponav vayikra, right? We just said that before in the Tachlan, right? Vayavar Hashem al ponav vayikra. Hashem passed Moshe Rabbeinu, right? We had the Chet HaEgel, right? And Moshe Rabbeinu went to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and he found the Nekuda Taiva in every single Jew. He found a good point in every single one of the Yidden. He knew every single Jew. He found it. He told HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you shouldn't destroy the Jewish people. Keep the Jewish people. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us at that time, through the sin of the Egel Azov, through the golden calf, the sin of the golden calf, the outcome was what? Erech Hapayim. Hashem gave us the Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim. It came out of that terrible sin. Wow. Okay. V'zeh bechinas Mabaratus. Vayavor Hashem al panav. That's again Vayavor Mabaratus. Again the same idea. Passing through. Passing. Vayavor. Passing. Mabaratus. Passing through. That the tunnel, passageway. Kioz, kishover Hashem al panav, oz gila loy Hashem yizbo shloish esrei midas shel rachamim. When Hashem did that, with Moshe Rabbeinu, he put on the talus and he passed Moshe Rabbeinu. The Gemara says, right? right? The Gemara says that he passed Moshe Rabbeinu, and Moshe Rabbeinu said, I can't show you my face, but I can show you my back, right? Vayavar Hashem al panav vayikra. Right? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us what the Yud Gilvel Midas Racham, the 13 attributes of mercy were revealed then. Shem Tilasa Tikune the Dikna, which is connected to the 13 points of the beard. Wow. 13. Sham Nemar, Vayemaher Moshe. Moshe came quickly. Vayikad Archer. Right? It says that he bowed. He went to the Vayikad Archer. What does it mean? He fell to the ground. Right? What does the Chazal say? Shira. What did he see? What did Moshe Rabbeinu see that caused him to fall to the ground? What did he see? What did Moshe Rabbeinu see? What happened? What did Moshe Rabbeinu see? You know what Moshe Rabbeinu saw? He saw Erech HaPayim. Shezeh Bechinas Tefillin. Moshe Rabbeinu saw in HaKadosh Baruch Hu this whole idea that there's such a thing as taking a deep breath, lengthening a situation, taking that time. Moshe Rabbeinu saw that he was so amazed by it. Moshe Rabbeinu caused him to fall down. He fell over. He couldn't believe it. Moshe Rabbeinu couldn't believe that Hashem has such a chesed that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will take his time. He doesn't get right away angry. Think about it. Even the Maisa Egel, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't right away destroy us, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu let Moshe Rabbeinu had a whole conversation with Moshe Rabbeinu, right? If HaKadosh Baruch Hu would have acted, so to say, kiviyachol, on impulse, right? Kiviyachol, right? If HaKadosh Baruch Hu would have acted kiviyachol on his impulse, right? Will we be here today? No, we wouldn't be here today. The only reason we're here today because HaKadosh Baruch Hu has this thing of Erech HaPayim. Moshe Rabbeinu saw this. Wow, he was amazed by it. Shal Yedei Zeh Oivrim Ala Kol. You could pass through everything. You could be successful in anything in life. You hear this, Chevra? This is the situation. You just got to take it easy. Take it easy with everything. Don't get upset right away. Take your time. Take your time, think it through. V'zoichen l'skarv elav yizbarach, and he can merit to come close to Hashem. V'zeh bechinas Mabaratus, bechinas vayavar. This is the Mabaratus. Wow, who would have ever thought that you could learn from your tefillin? That little passageway that's in the back of the tefillin that the ritzua goes to. Do you think it's only there for a purpose to hold the ritzua? But what do you say? You're learning the deepest thing over here. You're learning Erech HaPayim from the Mabaratus. Wow! From this Mabaratus. And there was HaKadosh Baruch Hu was Megala the Erech HaPayim. He revealed the Erech HaPayim to Moshe Rabbeinu. And then and you can use this Erech HaPayim mamish to get through anything. And it's revealed through the Mabaratus, through that little passageway. It's through that you can mamish be successful. Now we say, Ki oz kesheyavar Hashem al panav v'gila lo shloish esrei midah shel rachamim sheim tlosa tetune dedikna. That when the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu passed by Moshe Rabbeinu and he gave Moshe Rabbeinu the Yud Gilvel Midas Rachamim, the 13 attributes of mercy, which is connected to the 13 points of the beard. Oz gila lo bechinas or hatfilin. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu revealed to Moshe Rabbeinu the light of the tefillin, the true light of the tefillin. Moshe Rabbeinu knew about tefillin before, right? When we were Mitzrayim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu told us about the Teitafos, right? We know about it. But he didn't understand the beauty of it. So Moshe Rabbeinu understood how the Erech HaPayim is connected to the tefillin. The Or HaPanim. You see that the Or HaTefillin, which is the Or HaPanim, which is the Ritzua, which is the 370 lights. To Moshe Kosav Sham B'Parsha Zois, Vani Avir Kol Tuvi. I'll give you all my goodness. I'll pass through you all the goodness. What's the goodness? Erech HaPayim. Take it easy. V'ra'isi es achoyra. You could see my backside, right? You could see my backside. I'll show you all my good, but you can't see me directly. You can only see the back. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu, you can't see my face, whatever that means. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has no face, he has no back. Again, but these are the terms that the Torah, that Chazal give us, that the Torah tells us. So again, so we will use the terms that the Torah, but really HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we know, doesn't have any image, right? Hashem has no image.
Not physical.
Nothing physical, right? So you have to understand, to take this, and when we're understanding this, it's not something physical. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is just, we're learning about Hashem, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu will let us see the other side of things, but he'll never see the full thing. We can't see the full situation. We can see the back of the tapestry, but he doesn't let us see the front of the tapestry. When we come to the next world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will see us what we were creating. You ever see a tapestry, right? You look at the back of the tapestry, so it's very colorful, right? But it's a big mess.
It's a mess.
It's a big, big, big mess. There's a knot here and a knot there, right? Right? You ever look at it? Right? But when you turn it around, wow, it's amazing, right? All those knots, all those things, look what it made. It made something so beautiful. So Hashem is telling Moshe Rabbeinu, you can see the back of it.
All the knots.
You can see everything. You'll go see that, but you can't see what's really the goodness that's in the front. I can't show you that.
And that's what we see in this world all the time.
Yeah, that's it.
We see the confusion and
But if we could find Hashem in each situation,
we'll see the tapestry.
That's showing it. We notice something much more on the other side than I can actually recognize over here in this world. Isn't that so spectacular? It's amazing to understand these concepts. Okay, Rabbi Seinazal, Zeh Kesher Shel Tefillin. Chazal teach us in Brachas on Daf Zayin Amid Aleph. Achorai. What's Achorai? The Gemara says what in Brachas, right? Zeh Kesher Shel Tefillin. That's the knot of the Tefillin. He said, you can see my back. What do you see the back? The knot. The Tefillin. What's the knot made out of? The Ritzua. The strap. Right? Where do you make the knot from?
The strap.
The strap. What's the strap? Long. Erech HaPayim. Patience. So we see that we said that HaKadosh Baruch Hu let us see the back, the achorai me'arosh, the back side, right? The back. And that is what he saw, but you can't see how HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Sheyav al pona v'gilu lo yeskol tuva midas erech hapayim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave Moshe Rabbeinu really the midah of erech hapayim. He taught him the midah of erech hapayim. Ki ikar ta tefillin nimshachem misham, because really tefillin are coming from there. So who would have thought the Ritzua is such an integral part of the tefillin, right? We think that the tefillin, the Ritzua is only there to really just to facilitate to put on the tefillin, right? But I don't know how important the Ritzua is. Wow, but the Ritzua is it's so important for me to understand that I have the Erech HaPayim. I need the Erech HaPayim.
Because to put them on, they don't need to be that long at all. I mean, you just need it. You need like a crown. You don't.
That's it.
You don't need all that. I mean, you don't need it. We do need it, but I mean,
it could right. Ki ikar tefillin nimshachem misham, because the main tefillin are drawn from here. Bechinas tikune didikna, the 13 points of the beard, and the whole beard in general is what? Is chesed, right? The hair on the beard is all chesed, right? The hair on our head is all din. Hair on the head is din. Payas and beard is chesed. Did you know that?
Nope.
That's why by Chassidim they'll shave off all their hair. Why do they shave off? They want to get rid of all the din. They shave off all their hair because they don't want to have any din. You get rid of the din and they keep a long payas and long beard. So they have a lot of chesed. Now you understand that? It's a sham shleish esrei midas, because that's what?
It looks silly sometimes.
It's not just Jewish fashion. It's not just Jewish fashion.
What's not Jewish fashion?
Just shaving hair and
Believing the payas is Jewish fashion.
No, I'm saying it's not just Jewish fashion.
there's
it's
reason.
much deeper.
There's reason.
Yes. I see what you're saying. It's not just as a fashion. I understand. Shehem Shleish Esrei Midas is connected to the 13 attributes of mercy. True Bechinas Erech HaPayim. The main one that we're learning over here is really the midah of Erech HaPayim. Because when you have Erech HaPayim, you really can have everything. And again, what a chesed that it is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu set up the world. That when someone does a mistake, when you make a mistake, you don't get punished right away. We think, people look at it like this, hey, Hashem said that, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Hey, I just did this, nothing happened to me. Nothing happened to me. Wait, so it's not true. Because I was supposed to get this and that, or the other thing's supposed to happen to me. Nothing happened to me. No, we're supposed to look at the other way around. No, the fact that I did this, and Hashem doesn't punish me at this moment, because He wants me to do tshuva. Not to look at it like this, like it can't be true what the Torah says. People will say that, right? They say, because I did this, nothing happened to me. Right? I ate my ham sandwich on Yom Kippur, nothing happened to me. I'm fine, see that? Not only that, look, you're sick. You see, you're in the hospital, and you don't eat the ham sandwich on Yom Kippur. You're in the hospital, but look at me. See that? I'm healthy and I'm well. Wow. People will say that. Unfortunately. But the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us the Erech HaPayim is the greatest chesed. That when we make a mistake, Chas v'shalom, none of us do an Aveira by purpose. We make mistakes. We make things, we're not thinking. We get a shigon, we get a cuckoo-ness that comes upon us, and that's why we make mistakes. So then what a chesed Hashem does for us, that He doesn't punish us right away, and He lets us make that din v'cheshbon every day. He lets us make that din v'cheshbon every night before we go to sleep, to settle the account, to settle everything up, to make everything right, so that way I could start my day in that good way again. And I could put on my tefillin, and I have my erech hapayim. Wow, isn't that so amazing? Every day. Oh, Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim. Okay, so that was we finished Baruch Hashem. We finished Yud Aleph 11. So this was such an amazing, mamish, an amazing lesson. We have to stop now, David.
Well, I want to get
Okay, can we start? I want to start Yud Beis. Yeah, it's David's his father's yard site today, so we want to learn a little extra. We'll learn a little bit about Eretz Yisrael now, huh? Can we learn a little bit about Eretz Yisrael, the beauty, because with the tefillin, in the tefillin we talk about Eretz Yisrael, in the parshas, right? In the scriptures that we put in the tefillin, we talk about the land of Israel. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, see that? So let's talk about now. Why is the Israel in part of the tefillin? Let's find out. Okay. So Yud Beis, the Rebbe says now, V'zeika arichas hapayim zoichin al yedei Eretz Yisrael shehu bechinetz emuna. How do you like this, guys? Huh? If you want to really feel this erech hapayim, all our friends in the diaspora, if you're trying to understand, how come I can't feel this erech hapayim? I don't feel it. You know why? You need Eretz Yisrael. You need Eretz Yisrael. You need the land of Israel to really feel this, to really tap into this. Why? Because your tefillin are talking about the holiness of Eretz Yisrael. And so it's a program. If you're in the land of Israel, and believe me, you need a lot of Erech HaPayim over here, right? To deal with the government over here and all this stuff, right? All that stuff, right? You need Erech HaPayim, right? We need it, right? We need it.
We're in training.
They teach? Yeah, that's right. Right?
It's from Hashem.
Exactly.
Thank you for our Knesset, Tati.
Exactly. Yeah, one of the things I learned when we made Aliyah is that, the government here in Israel, they don't use something that's very integral, which is called common sense. They don't have any common sense over here. No common sense at all. Nothing. Zero. They have procedure, and whatever it says the procedure is, that's it. So I learned, you don't argue with them. Don't argue with them, because you're not going to win. It's not going to work. There's no common sense. Eretz Yisrael. Do you ever realize that, Sasha?
Well, we had a saying when we came here. We said the only thing that makes sense in Israel is that there's nothing that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu running everything.
Yeah.
B'chinas emuna. It's emuna. You need emuna in Hashem. When you live in this land, you mamish need emuna in this land. You need emuna to live over here. You need emuna in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You see Hashem. You see the Yad Hashem here. right? Here we have the most. If you're going to tell me you can't be in touch with with the spiritual aspect of Israel. I'll tell you what. We have the best fruits over here. We have the best vegetables over here. We have everything's the best in Eretz Yisrael. Everything is the best. Eretz Yisrael is the best place in the whole world. And what's the proof? The whole world's fighting over Eretz Yisrael. They don't fight over everywhere else. They're not fighting over London. They're not fighting over Paris. They're not fighting over Berlin. They're fighting over Israel, Jerusalem. Think about it. It's amazing. Why? Because it's the best place in the world.
Technology, too.
It's the best place in the world. K'maisha Kosav Sham B'Torah, Ala Pasuk Vayima Moshe in Likutey Maran, lesson 195. Oh, Ayin Sham. V'zeh b'chinas Tefillin. This is Tefillin. Parshiyah shebetefillin shemedabrim mi'eretz Yisrael. The scriptures that are in the Tefillin talk about what? Eretz Yisrael. They talk about the land of Israel. Ve'emunah, and talk about Emunah. Eretz Yisrael and Emunah is one of the same. You say Emunah, Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael is Emunah. Ki ikashtei parshiyas harishonos. Because the main two parshas of the Tefillin, the first two parshas, Shebet Tefillin, Shu Me'inyan Yetzias Mitzrayim Abias Eretz Yisrael, talk about Yetzias Mitzrayim and coming into the land of Israel. Leaving Egypt and coming into Israel. Kamaisha Kosav, Sham, in Shemais, Yud Gimel, Pasuk Gimel through Hey, Zocher Es Yom Hazeh, Asher Yetza'asa miMitzrayim. Remember the day that you left Egypt. V'haya ki v'yacha Hashem el Eretz, and remember, and it'll be that time when HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings you into the land. So you have the two ideas. You have leaving Egypt, and you have coming into the land of Israel. So you have Israel, the land of Israel, and you have Emunah. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu took us out of Mitzrayim, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to bring us to the land of Israel, and we're in the land of Israel. This is all Emunah. V'chein Parsha Shniya Mascheles, and the next Parsha, the second Parsha that starts off V'yoy ki v'yacha, when you come into the land, ki ikar hatfilin, the main holiness of the tefillin, heim bechinas arichas apayim, shezoichen al yedei Eretz Yisrael. Your erech apayim, how are you going to get erech apayim? You want this erech apayim? You need Eretz Yisrael. If you want to be able to assess situations and not feel that pressure, constant lachatz, that constant pressure on everything, you come to Eretz Yisrael, you learn the midah of savlanut, patience. Patience. You need a lot of patience to deal with everything over here. You need a lot of patience. If you have a lot of patience, you can always be successful. You just need patience. Eretz Yisrael teaches you erech apayim, patience. Shehu heipich Mitzrayim. That's the opposite of Mitzrayim. Meitzar yam. Meitzar, constriction. What's Mitzrayim? Meitzar, constricted. Eretz Yisrael is rachav. It's expansive. It teaches me to take my time, take a deep breath. Shum Malaya Gilulim V'Avodah Zarah, because Mitzrayim is filled with what? Idol worship and idols. Shu Heipech Emunah, which is the exact opposite of what? Emunah in Hashem, in believing in Hashem, right? Believing in Hashem means there are no idols. There's nothing. It's all nonsense. Of course it is. Val ken kishoy b'Mitzrayim nema b'hem v'lo shamu el Moshe mikoytze ruach. Look at this. Look at it. You're gonna love that. This is amazing. Harab Nasa makes this association. V'lo shamu el Moshe. They didn't listen to Moshe. Why? Mikoytze ruach. What does koytze ruach mean? Short breath. Short breath. They were short breath. They were out of breath. Why? Because they were working so hard. They couldn't take a deep breath. They had to get their straw, they had to this, and they had to work, and they were working. Mikoytze ruach. They were short breath. They couldn't listen to Moshe. How are you going to listen to the tzaddikim? Take it easy. Take it easy. Take a deep breath. Listen to the words of the tzaddikim. Take a deep breath. Not mikoytze ruach. Mikoytze ruach, they can't listen to Moshe Rabbeinu. Torah's Moshe. They can't listen to the Torah. They couldn't come close to Moshe and listen to him. Machmas koytze ruach, because they had a koytze ruach. They weren't marach their ruach. They had a short breath, not a long breath, a short breath. Shu heipach arichas apayim, which is the opposite of patience. That's impulse. Impulse is the opposite of patience. Taking your time, take it easy. Shal yedei zeh ikar his karvus laHashem yisbarach letzaddik amitim. If you learn the midah of patience, if you learn this midah of erech apayim, you can come close to the tzaddikim. You can come close to the Rabbeinu Shalom through the tzaddikim. K'may shekosel sham b'Torah. Now, as it's written in Likutey Maran, ki ikar arichas apayim zoichen al yedei emunah. If you want to have the main arichas apayim, how are you going to get it? Through emunah. You need to have emunah, Hashem, to recognize that the situation I'm dealing with is coming from you, Hashem. You need to believe it's all me'ez Hashem. If you believe it's all me'ez Hashem, you can mamish be successful. Shu b'chinas Eretz Yisrael, and that is an aspect of the land of Israel, the holiness of the land of Israel. Shezeh b'chinas tefillin. This is the b'china of tefillin. This is the aspect of tefillin. Eretz Yisrael and tefillin is one of the same, because Eretz Yisrael and tefillin are emunah. Erech apayim. And therefore the second two parshas in the tefillin. Right? So we said the first parsha, the tefillin is talking about Mitzrayim, the second one is talking about coming into Eretz Yisrael. And now the second, the last two, Midaber me'emunah, they're talking about emunah. They're talking about emunah, shu be'parshas Shema Yisrael, shu emunas hayichud. What is Shema Yisrael? Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. One, unity, oneness, the oneness of Hashem, the emunah and the oneness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Uparshas Vayik im Shemaya shemedaberes gam kein makabelas all mitzvahs, and it's also talking about the idea of accepting the mitzvahs. Right? If you do the mitzvahs, you'll get your rain in the right time. Chas v'shalom. If you don't, Hashem will hold back the rain. Right? It's all about the mitzvahs and the tefillin and Eretz Yisrael. Ubitel avodah zara shehu bechinas charanaf, and it's the nullification of avodah zara, which is the opposite, which is charanaf, which is anger. Charanaf. We know when HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when people serve idols, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gets very upset. Charanaf. There's an anger. There's a fierce anger. Heipach arichas apayim. Fierce anger is the opposite of what? Erech apayim. It's the opposite of erech apayim. Taking it easy. You get angry quickly. Charanaf. Getting angry. K'may shekasav sham hishamru lachem. Be careful, Yishamru lachem, v'satem v'vadatem elikim acherim v'chora'af. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will get upset, which is the opposite. So if you have emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you recognize it's all me'ez Hashem. Of course, we'll always be successful. It's all about Hashem. It's the oneness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nimsa, shekol arba parshiyas shel tefillin, midabrim mimitzias Mitzrayim. All four parshas in the tefillin are talking about Yetzias Mitzrayim. Shu bechinas avodah zara. The whole idea of Mitzrayim was avodah zara, which is what? Charanaf, anger, kaitzer ruach, short breath, liskos lotzeis misham, to merit to go out of there. V'lovei l'Eretz Yisrael, shu bechinas emunah. The whole idea of Eretz Yisrael is emunah. Eretz Yisrael is emunah. Ah, isn't that beautiful?
I'm trying to understand what that means. Eretz Yisrael is emunah.
Is emunah, believing that the Torah says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu writes, and we read in the Torah, Tamid einei Hashem elekecha mireishis hashana ad achris shana. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is always looking at Eretz Yisrael. He's paying attention, very close attention to Eretz Yisrael. Perhaps based on what the Torah says, of course Hashem takes care of everything. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu pays a special attention to what's going on in Eretz Yisrael, a special attention. So when we do what we do in Eretz Yisrael is so important. All the mitzvahs that we do in Eretz Yisrael are so important because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is paying extra attention to us when we're here in Israel. Emunah, believing in that, believing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is here with us. And it's not dependent on what that idiot Biden says and what that other idiot, all these other idiots. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's an idiot. I'm sorry. The guy can't even stand straight. He keeps falling down, they tell me, right?
He fell down the other day.
He can't even stand up. The guy wants to be mamish.
He tripped.
It's amazing. It's all emunah and Hashem. We don't care what they say.
Right.
Let this Netanyahu, that jerk, let him call him up, tell Biden, shut up, I don't want to hear from you anymore, and hang up the phone on him. That'll be it fixed. Would fix everything. But he's an idiot also. But the problem is he's a yid. That's the problem. He shouldn't be an idiot. Oh, Hashem. Okay. We get passionate about it. But it's all about the emunah. It's all about emunah in Hashem. If everyone here would be Mamin and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it would be a different thing. All of our enemies would just walk out. They would leave. If we would just believe in the Rabbeinu Shalom. We don't need anything else. We just need to believe in Hashem. And believe that a Tamid Einei Hashem Elekecha Mibo Mireishis Hashana Alach Rishana. To believe that Hashem is here watching it. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu pays very close attention. Bechinas arichas hapayim, ki ze ikar bechinas tefillin. That's the main aspect of tefillin. So now when you look at your tefillin and you see the long straps on your tefillin, to remember always arichas hapayim. Let's just finish this up. Val kain siyam parsha achron shebet tefillin. Therefore, the last parsha of the tefillin says, "Leman yirbu yemeichem v'yimei v'neichem." Leman yirbu yemeichem, that you should have longer years. Leman yirbu, increased longevity, right? V'yimei v'neichem, and your children, doirei, the generations, right? Hainu, la'arichas yamim, you should have long life. Shehu bechinas chayim aruchim. That's what we keep talking about, is taking the segments of life and lengthening them. How do you lengthen the segments of your life? By filling it with Torah and Avodah. By filling it with more is baita, the speaking to Hashem. By filling it with more good deeds. More good deeds, you make your days longer. That's how you can take the same second. You can make it longer. Because the moment I have right now, this present moment, in one more moment will be past. And now I'm going to be dealing with the future. Right? So each moment I have, I take it, it's special, I have to be marich. That's what erech hapayim, that's what erech hapayim is, and that's what arichas yomim is. To be marich the yomim. Right? All this you get through your tefillin. You see this chevra tefillin. So you want to know what the tefillin are worth? Priceless. The tefillin are priceless. Sheheim bechinas erech hapayim, because the tefillin will teach you to take it easy. The tefillin will teach you to take that deep breath. The tefillin will teach you to assess a situation and not to work on impulse. Arichas haruach, shemisham arichas yamim. Take a deep breath, that'll give you arichas yamim. Because you're not going to get angry. You're not going to get your blood pressure up. You're going to be always satisfied. You'll be tranquil. Everything will be nice in your life. You'll live a better life. Wow, let's see this. This is the best life. This is the best medicine here. Because the main chayim ayadei ruach haneshima, through the breath. Ruach haneshima, the breath. What's neshima, Sasha? Breath. Take the breath. Ruach haneshima, the ruach, the breath. Ayadei bechinas arichas ruach comes from the arichas ruach, lengthening the breath. Lengthening the breath. Erech hapayim hu bechinas zaki in the kedusha. Erech hapayim is the zaki in the kedusha. That's again in the story of the 7 beggars. The blind one, which is the zaki in the kedusha. What the zaki in the kedusha? He was the one that was blind, but he wasn't blind. He was only blind to world situations. He was blind to what he wanted. He had selective blindness, right? Selective blindness. He selected what he wanted to see. What he didn't want to see, he didn't see. Anything that would get him upset, anything this, he didn't look at that. He didn't look at those situations. He stayed away from those things. He didn't want to get upset, Hashem upset. He didn't want to be upset himself. He wanted to have erech hapayim. That's zikna de kedusha. That's zikna de kedusha. Bechinas chayim aruchim. Let's finish with al kein amar b'seinu zal. Raschon chayav einam chayim. If a person is going to be angry, a person that's an angry person, he doesn't have a life. There's no life. A person that's angry, he has no life. He doesn't have a life. Why? Because this person that's angry, he has kaitzer ruach. He's an angry person. He's always short breath. He's always getting upset right away. Which is the opposite of taking it easy, assessing the situation, not getting upset. And therefore he's not living a life. So if a person doesn't understand that tefillin can teach me arichas hapayim, to take it easy, to assess every situation, not to be upset by it. Think it through. Think it through. The main thing of life is taking your time, taking that breath. That's erech hapayim. Thank you, everybody. Remember, when you look at your tefillin, they're long. The straps are long. That's wonderful. Teaching you, every time you see that, take it easy. I need to make my time longer as well. Erech hapayim, tefillin, one of the same. Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel, which is the place of emunah. And my tefillin teach me emunah. The Ritzua gives me the light, the Or Aponim. How do I get the Or Aponim? The light is 370 lights through Erech hapayim, through taking my time, lengthening my time, taking my time. Everyone, again, we wish that Rab David's father should have an aliyah. One more time, the name. Rab Michal
Ben Leib.
Ben Leib should have an aliyah in the neshama. What a beautiful lesson to remember your father. This is an amazing, beautiful lesson of emunah, Eretz Yisrael, tefillin, Yitzias Mitzrayim, Erech hapayim, kol tov, everybody.